All right, and welcome back to What We Do in the Shadows reaction. We are in season 1, episode 9. So we are approaching the finale. I'm liking it a little bit more and more. Starting with episode 6, and then 7 was my favorite so far. 8 was pretty good. So hopefully 9 carries this on. I'm curious to see if Jenna is going to become a main character who's in like every episode. Like, is she going to move into the house with them? I feel like she has to. And I feel so sorry for poor Guillermo. I knew he was going to take that pretty hard. He actually took it a little bit better than I thought he would. However, I have a feeling his resentment being shown is not over. I think it's going to continue. I'm really curious to find out why she's not a regular bat like everybody else. I think that's really odd. I had guessed or predicted that when she would drink human blood and fully make the transition to become an actual vampire, then she would go into a real bat or a normal one. And that did not happen. And yeah, she looks terrifying as a whatever she is, because it's certainly not a bat. It reminds me of, like, I call it Baby Voldemort, Baby Voldy, when Harry is dead and he's at King's Cross in, whatever version of that it is, and Voldemort's soul, the piece of his soul that was like in Harry, whatever, is under the bench. Anyways, that's what it reminds me of. It also reminds me of, and I have no idea why I'm blanking on the name, and y'all are probably gonna kill me, Lord of the Rings, the creature in the cave, which, speaking of creature, also kind of reminds me a little of a house elf. So lots of different things that it reminds me of. It's gonna drive me nuts because I totally know the name. I'm blanking. It has been a very, very long day. So my brain's just not fully working properly. But anyways, this has been a too long intro already. Let's just get into this and see where it goes from here. I'm very intrigued, as I mentioned in the previous video, by the title of this episode. So I am curious what this is going to be about. All right, let's get into it.
Our home has been selected to host the biannual vampire orgy.
One time they tried going triannual.
Which is bloody pointless because it takes me at least 6 months to recover from any orgy.
Which means he only ever does the orgy. But it happens twice a year and it takes 6 months to recover.
8 or more people.
Why does it have a head in its crotch?
And in the morning you're
like as its crotch.
Why do I have puncture wounds on my penis?
Vampire sex is a carnival of desires.
Can we get some sort of protective spray to put all over the carpet? Because Laszlo will spray all over the carpet.
What you don't understand is the stigma
too much fucking
attached to
information.
throwing a poor orgy. I mean, I've known people who have committed suicide after a poor orgy.
I don't like to even speak of it, but the notorious orgy of 1937.
No. Don't even say the year.
I cannot even speak the name of the vampire that organized that monstrosity.
I don't give a fuck. His name was Mike.
Fucking Mike.
So my ex's name is Mike, so that is really funny.
Nadja, Laszlo, please. Guillermo is my familia. Only I can order him about.
Thank you, Master.
But he's gonna do it.
Is there anything you need?
All the things they just said.
Yep.
Most important, we must get a succulent virgin feast.
Yes,
You
sir.
need to recover that chaise long, because I'll ejaculate straight through that.
Oh,
My only concern about the orgy is that people won't enjoy my room. I'm really getting into it.
I think he's a real energy vampire.
Can you just describe what you say? It's not hard. Good boy, that's right.
Must be my birthday.
I can't. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah.
raised very Catholic. It's just a lot of demanding things. I mean, I'm not even technically familiar.
It's a pleasure swing, you fucknut.
No one is a fucknut, okay? He's trying to finish it, Laszlo.
And what about the virgins? Have you got
Oh,
any?
good.
No,
Stick up for
of
him.
course you haven't.
You know what? I'm gonna take 5 minutes before I say something I'm gonna regret.
Ooh.
Easy there.
You gonna let him get away with that?
He's gone. He's gotten away with it.
And it is unacceptable.
I noticed that Nadja and Laszlo have been quite pushy with you with all the orgy planning.
Oh, it's okay. It's not a big deal.
No, it
Master.
is a big deal. And they locked you in this closet?
That's always been his room.
This is my room. I pay $1,200 a month.
Oh.
What? He pays $1,200 a month to live in a cupboard, and basically be their bitch.
A new and exciting medium was invented, and that medium was called cinema. And then about a week later, that developed into pornos.
Yep.
Now, the first porno film I ever made was called The Adventures of a
he made
Very
them.
Randy Vampire. Believe it or not, CrossFit gyms, no one's touched them. And the reason being is because they won't shut up about CrossFit.
If you saw a man dressed in this mask, would you think it was a mood killer? Or would you come?
No.
I'm not sure.
Look at that man, Guillermo.
I don't think it's a virgin. We should probably keep shopping
He's
this
a
one.
virgin.
Guillermo! Hey, Jerry!
He knows him.
I thought it was you.
We must have him.
It's gonna be a tough one.
There is nothing more devastating than finding out your husband has made porn, and it's so bloody boring.
She said that my pornos were boring, which is an unbelievable reaction. I don't think she followed the plots.
I don't
Hey,
think it really
Jeremy.
matters.
Sorry, I'm calling you so late. Jeremy and I go way back. We've been friends since high school. What are you doing tonight? We were really just attached at the hip, not by choice, but because they would literally use hot glue. I invited Jeremy to the party. No, just yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel bad. You know what? I'm doing whatever it takes to become a vampire.
What are your last words? I want to have sex. Laszlo, what is going
Super
on?
creative.
Are you role-playing as a
Oh,
depressed
no.
man? It's not working.
I'm not coming to the orgy. I'm not in the mood.
Guys in sweatpants. It's a thing.
Do you want our orgy to fall apart and for our good vampire names to go down in history
I love her
with
dress.
he whose name that we never say the name of?
You mean Mike?
Yes, fucking Mike.
To be honest with you, I couldn't care less. Good night.
Half the bats you see, they are just vampires that have thrown terrible orgies and they are too ashamed to regain their vampire form.
From my cousin.
Is he a Babadook?
No, actually, I'm a bada book. You know, like bada bang, bada book. Hey,
And I don't believe for 1 minute that the raccoon actually solved the Rubik's Cube that was given in the video.
I could have gone my entire life without ever saying that.
Everyone, the Virgin is here!
I'm here.
Oh
The
no.
life of the orgy has arrived.
What the fuck?
I brought my virgin friend into a house full of vampires. Is it hot in here?
And I was not going to come to this orgy this evening because my heart was in pain.
Vampire drinking steam room.
Yes, it is me. Anyway, I put my heavy heart to one side. Recently, I was watching all of my porno films, but they lack one thing, and one important thing, and that one thing is love. The love I share for my good lady wife, Nadja. Here's to love and making love.
Boner killer.
And I thought Mike threw a bad orgy.
No way, because we haven't had the best party yet.
I brought my virgin friend into a house full of vampires. Oh, God, they're gonna... I gotta help him.
Mouth-breathing virgin!
Jeremy, you have to leave that old vampire.
Guillermo.
Didn't see that coming. He's
Looks
good
like
now.
Jeremy's not a virgin anymore.
Don't tell your friends it was a bad orgy.
So,
Oh no. No.
just us three then?
No. 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 Oh, blood. That's what they wanted the fountain for. My mind did not go to blood. Something a little stickier is where my mind went when he asked if it could handle something thicker than chocolate. Blood makes way more sense. Same. I didn't really know what to expect with that episode. I didn't like it as much as like 6, 7, and 8. But again, that's because this was more of a one-off. We didn't really have any continuing theme for anything else that's happened in the season. I think there's only 10 episodes in the first season. So like I feel like something big has to happen to like entice people over to season 2. And I would have thought 9 would have kind of like led into that, but clearly it didn't. Interesting episode. Not one of my favorites, actually. But again, more just because it's like a one-off sort of a thing. And some of the imagery was very unpleasant. So we're just going to go ahead and go into episode 9. I'm going to go ahead and start that right now. episode 10, so I can get the season wrapped up and see if I'm going to continue with season 2.